Welcome to this explainer. Okay, imagine this. You build a highly anticipated cutting-edge tool. You own the whole platform it runs on, and you are pushing it to the entire market. But behind closed doors, your own team actually prefers the competitor's product. Wild, right? Well, that is exactly the fascinating paradox Microsoft found itself in recently. It's a situation that tells us a whole lot about the current state of the AI wars. So why on earth would Microsoft drop a tool that its own engineers absolutely loved? Let's dive right into this. The inciting incident here is a recent headline that has been turning a lot of heads. Basically, Microsoft made a firm, hard call to drastically reduce, and in many cases completely eliminate, its employees' internal access to Anthropic's Claude Code. Instead, they are pushing their entire workforce toward GitHub Copilot CLI, which is their own in-house AI coding assistant. Now, on paper, dropping a competitor's tool makes total sense. But as you'll see, the story gets incredibly interesting when we look at how this decision actually came about. To really grasp the gravity of this, we have to look at the experiment Microsoft actually ran. Before this mandate came down, Microsoft originally gave thousands of their own folks, we're talking engineers, designers, product managers, access to Claude Code. They essentially gave them the runway to experiment with AI-assisted development for several months. They could use Microsoft's own GitHub Copilot CLI, or they could use the third-party tool Anthropic's Claude Code. It was literally a head-to-head real-world test inside one of the most demanding software development environments on the planet.
And here is the twist. The result of this months-long internal test, a huge chunk of Microsoft employees actually preferred Claude Code over GitHub Copilot CLI. No way, right? I mean, despite Microsoft owning GitHub and pouring massive resources into Copilot, the internal users, the exact people building Microsoft's future, favored the competitor's tool. Yet even with that clear preference staring them in the face, Microsoft dropped the hammer, canceled most of the Claude Code licenses, and mandated standardization around Copilot. So it begs the question, why force a switch away from a tool your own engineers love?
Section 1. Why Microsoft switched. Unpacking the rationale.
Well, when we unpack the rationale behind this corporate strategy, we see that this wasn't some emotional decision or an act of spite against a competitor. Not at all. It was driven by cold, hard business realities. So the crucial point here is that this consolidation around GitHub Copilot rests on three main strategic pillars. To truly understand enterprise-level AI decisions today, we have to look through the lenses of cost control, product strategy, and security and control. Let's break these down one by one, because they perfectly illustrate the incredibly tough choices companies are having to make right now.
The first pillar is cost control. You know, we constantly hear about the magic of AI, but we rarely talk about the bill. AI coding assistants are incredibly expensive to operate. Every single time a developer makes a code generation request, it burns through serious compute resources and expensive tokens. Now scale that up to Microsoft size, with thousands of engineers pinging an AI all day long, those AI coding costs become a massive operational expense. By cutting those third-party Claude Code licenses right before the end of their fiscal year, the company instantly lowers its operational costs.
And this brilliantly illustrates our second pillar, product strategy. Microsoft owns GitHub. They desperately need their own developers living and breathing inside the very ecosystem they're trying to sell to the rest of the world. By forcing their engineers to move on to Copilot CLI, Microsoft creates this massive captive feedback loop. They get direct, continuous feedback, which allows them to improve their own product much, much faster. This internal adoption, this dogfooding, is absolutely critical to strengthening GitHub's overall market position. Because honestly, if your own team isn't helping you build and refine the product, who will?
The third pillar is control and security. Software development at a mega corporation isn't a free-for-all. It involves incredibly strict security policies, highly complex enterprise integrations, bespoke internal tools, and super rigid compliance requirements. Running all those development workflows through Microsoft's proprietary platform gives them total oversight. Relying on a third-party tool like Claude Code, no matter how amazing the AI is, simply makes managing that enterprise-level security and compliance so much harder, and frankly riskier.
When you piece all those pillars together, it brings us to this harsh but essential business reality. As the source material highlights, strategic control, ecosystem ownership, and cost management can absolutely outweigh pure tool preference. At the end of the day, what the individual developer wants to use is secondary to the economic and security needs of the broader corporate ecosystem. Moving on to Section 2, GitHub's mounting pressures, separating myth from reality. Now, what's really interesting about this is you might have seen some recent headlines referencing GitHub's infrastructure woes as the reason for all this shuffling. But let's clarify that real quick. When reports use that phrase in this context, they absolutely do not mean that GitHub's servers are crashing or that the website is going down.
or that they are having massive technical outages. Instead, infrastructure woes refers to the mounting, intense competitive pressure on GitHub's AI ecosystem. It's structural, market pressure, not a literal broken server rack.
So where exactly is all this intense pressure coming from? Well, Claude Code has been skyrocketing in popularity among developers everywhere. Furthermore, competitors like the AI code editor Cursor are seeing explosive growth. And adding fuel to the fire is this growing perception in the community that Copilot is kind of falling behind its rivals, specifically when we're talking about advanced agentic coding workflows. That's where the AI acts autonomously to solve complex problems instead of just auto-completing a line of code. So GitHub isn't breaking down, it's just feeling the heat of a ridiculously fast accelerating market.
Because of this intense competition, Microsoft's decision actually creates a massive internal challenge for themselves. Think about it. They just yanked away a tool their engineers preferred. Now, GitHub Copilot must rapidly improve to match, or ideally totally exceed, the experience those developers were getting with Claude Code. This puts a monumental amount of pressure squarely on the shoulders of GitHub's engineering teams and their infrastructure to close that capability gap and close it fast.
Actually, before we zoom out, we need to clear up one major misconception. Does dropping Claude Code mean Microsoft is just ending its relationship with Anthropic entirely? Are they breaking up? The answer is a definitive no. Microsoft is still actively working with Anthropic. They continue to provide access to Claude models through various other products and services, and they've even integrated Claude into several other Copilot experiences. This specific incident, it's purely about internal tooling, cost optimization, and product consolidation. It's not a bitter breakup between the two companies. They are very much continuing to explore multi-model AI strategies.
Section 3. The broader developer trends. The big picture.
Let's zoom out and see how this builds into the bigger picture. Why does this one specific internal corporate decision matter to the software industry at large? Because this isolated incident at Microsoft is literally a perfect microcosm of 4 major global trends we're seeing right now. First up, AI tools are getting expensive, which means companies everywhere are starting to closely monitor usage and cut costs. Second, there is no single dominant AI model anymore. Developers constantly want to switch between Claude, GPT, Gemini, you name it, to find the best fit. Third, platform ownership matters immensely. Companies like Microsoft will always prefer engineers use the products they own to build enterprise value. And finally, intense competition. Copilot, Claude Code, and Cursor are in a ruthless, all-out fight for developer adoption right now. This whole situation leaves us with such a fascinating dynamic. Microsoft's own engineers found a third-party tool highly effective, but the corporation chose ecosystem economics and strategic control over that preference. As the AI tooling wars continue to heat up, and as these platforms become even more integral to how we build the future, I want to leave you with this to think about. As these tools evolve, will strategic control always beat out what the developers actually want to use? Thanks for joining me for this explainer, and keep your eyes on this space. The AI development wars are just getting started.